Hi, campers. So, I want to talk about the curve of healing today and achieving the proper balance. So, what I mean by that, I talk about this a lot in my readings when we talk about starting to heal certain wounding. So, let's say you are a people pleaser, right? You're awakening to the fact that you're a people pleaser, you're finding out where it comes from, and you start to heal the wound, right? There's gonna be a moment, and I mentioned this a lot with my feminines, that you're going to go into this dark feminine, right? So you're going to realize that for so long, for a reason that you weren't aware of, you were people pleasing, right? And you're going to go into this dark feminine and that sort of a other side of the scale of the balance, and you're going to be like, no, I'm going to be about what I want right now. I'm going to be about what I want to live and how I want to live my life, which is nice, right? So you're going to get out of the shackles of that people pleasing, of that specific wound, but it will be same for any kind of wound, and generically speaking for healing, right? It's sort of like that dog that's been on a leash all his life, and suddenly you run free and you run wild, right? So you go on and you really start to feel that power of the freedom of you realizing that someone, without you knowing yourself, has taken that freedom away from you. Now you're free. You don't have to people please, right? And you go into your dark era, that sassy era, right? But after a while, just like that dog that's off the leash, running around crazy in all direction because it's so happy that it's finally free, you're going to come down after a while, but this is still not where you go into balance. Again, the scale will go to the other direction, right? So that dog will get tired, right? And you're going to start thinking that this is not the solution. I've just changed who I was from the victim to a perpetrator, right? So now I don't want to people please, so I'm being a little bit too egoistic, a little bit too dark, right? So you're going to settle. And you're going to start entering this moment that I like to call this love and light, right? But not proper love and light. And here's the thing. Many people, in my opinion, get stuck in that phase, right? Many people think that spirituality, awakening, working on yourself, healing your wounds means that you have to become this namaste person that speaks like this, that never raises their voice, that never has an opinion, that has a compassion towards everyone, which means allow them to be themselves, allow them to be whatever they want. But it's not how it looks like. It's the other side of an unbalanced scale. And a lot of people get stuck on that level because the final element that they're missing there, it's authenticity. We're not supposed to be love and light. And I know I call myself love and light, but it's only because it's a true meaning of love and light. Love and light are warriors. Love and light are willing to do anything that is needed to be done to expose the darkness, to integrate the darkness. Do you know what I mean? They're not mellow, they're not vanilla, they're not opinionless, they're not non-reactive to people acting like assholes, okay? So to get out of this phase, you have to understand that the most purest and wonderful version of you is the authentic version of you. It's not the person that is so afraid to judge. And I hear this with a lot of people that are in this phase, like, oh, let's not judge them. I'm sure they have their journey. Yeah, I'm sure they have their journey. Every person who does something wrong, something hurtful and harmful to others, they have their own journey. But a part of the journey is to learn. If light is not a warrior, who's going to show them the way? Who's going to show them the path? So yes, I judge people. If you are racist, if you treat people poorly, if you disrespect others, if you disrespect animals, if you disrespect nature, if you eat sushi with a knife and fork, I will judge you. And I don't care. It's the balance. It's this difference that a lot of people talks about there, right? Kindness and nice. You have to have a kind heart. Truly in your heart, you should reach a place where you're not judging anyone, right? But not judging someone in your heart. Judgment means that I point a finger towards you saying that I am better than you are, which is a shadow, right? But when we truly are balanced, when we truly are our authentic selves, I'm looking at someone and I see, for example, that they're harming another person, or that they're just acting in a way that is not nice, that they could do better. I'm not going to judge them. I'm not going to say that I am better than they are. I'm not going to think that, because I realize that we are all one. We're all one supreme consciousness that is temporarily going through an illusion of separation to experience itself from a perspective of a human body. We've all been there. Everything that was and will be is truly now, right? Time is just an illusion to experience this physical world. So every person that you see, you've been them and they've been you. We're all one. But it doesn't mean that you cannot tell them, listen, you're acting like a prick, okay? Stop eating that sushi with a knife and fork. That's not how you're supposed to do it. Stop being mean. Stop disrespecting animals. Stop disrespecting people. Stop disrespecting Mama Gaia. Stop being a jerk. Stop being blind towards your own shadow. Stop pointing fingers towards others. Some people in some situations need tough love. Being love and light doesn't mean that you don't curse, that you don't speak in a very dynamic way, that you never say to someone like, that's not how you're supposed to act, that you don't have an opinion, or that you simply are not allowed to say, I don't like this. I don't like this person. I'm not judging them. Maybe I've been them. Maybe they have the right to be whoever they want. But right now where I am, I'm not vibing with this. And it's absolutely okay. And yes, there are people, since I've started doing this, since I've awakened, since I've started being a reader, an energy reader, working with people, meeting other spiritual people, aligning with my soul tribe, and also following so many content creators out there, I literally know just one person, a content creator, that is just this love and light, peace, angelic soul. And it truly fits her. It fits her. It's not fake. You look at her and you're not thinking that in her head, she's truly like wishes she could slap everyone. But she thinks that spirituality is just this namaste and then let's meditate together, right? It's natural for her because some souls are angelic. They're very naturally mellow. They're very naturally this white aura, kind of a soft, very approach towards everything, and that's who they are. But it still doesn't mean that they're not gonna have their opinion, that they're not gonna have boundaries, that they're not gonna know who they are. This is their authentic version. But for most part, our authenticity has a bit of an edge. We're allowed to have an opinion. That is the last step, to show the world the real you, and not being afraid that if you come out there and you say, I don't like those shoes, oh, I don't like how this person is acting, and for the love of God, please do not lift your knife and fork when you're eating sushi. It's okay. It's not making you a judgmental person. It's not making you an evil person. It's making you your colorful, wonderful self.